Hello, good morning. I am Seema Garg, Associate Professor in Chemistry, SPC Government College, Ajmer. Today, lecture 16 is for BSc Part 2, Paper 2, Unit 1, B Part, Ethers and Epoxide, Chemical Reactivity. In last lecture 15, we had seen the chemical reactivity of ethers is due to alkyl groups attached to the ethers, then ethereal oxygen, and today we will see the reaction involving cleavage of carbon-oxygen bond. First reaction, hydrolysis. Ethers on boiling with water or when treated with steam are hydrolyzed to form alcohols. The rate of hydrolysis becomes rapid in presence of dilute acid. See the general reaction of ethers with water in presence of dilute sulfuric acid. It will give you two molecules of alcohol. Ethers on heating with concentrate sulfuric acid gives alkyl hydrogen sulfate and alcohol. See diethyl ether when treated with concentrate sulfuric acid, it will give you ethanol and ethyl hydrogen sulfate. Third reaction, action of halogen acids. Ethers when reacted with bromic or hydroiodic acid, it will form an alcohol and alkyl halide. In case of mixed ethers, halogen attaches itself to smaller of the two alkyl groups of ethers. Ether general reaction when it is reacted with hydroiodic acid, it will give you alcohol plus Ri. Mechanism. The reactivity order of halogen acids is Hi is more reactive compared to HBr than compared to HCl. Mechanism. Here two types of mechanism is observed, SN1 mechanism and SN2 mechanism. If suppose alkyl groups are secondary or tertiary alkyl groups, then it will follow SN1 mechanism. For primary alkyl groups, they will follow SN2 mechanism. See here, it is general reaction we had written, but it is SN1 mechanism is for secondary and tertiary alkyl groups. Ether Hi, when reacted with Hi, it will form first oxonium ion and iodide anion. This oxonium ion in slow reaction, it will form carbonium ion plus alcohol. This carbonium ion, it will react fast with iodide. It will give you alkyl iodide. So this is the SN1 mechanism and it is followed by secondary and tertiary alkyl ether groups. SN2 mechanism. If ether group is attached to the primary alkyl group, when it is reacted with Hi, it will first form this oxonium ion, but this oxonium ion means it will not give you carbonium ion and alcohol, because this group is not alkyl group. This bond, CO bond, is not polar like secondary and tertiary alkyl groups. So it is less polar. So due to the less polarity, it will not dissociate as alcohol and carbonium ion. So when iodide ion is reacted in slow, then it will give you a transition state. Means here iodide is trying to attach with the alkyl group, and this is going to be departing alcohol. So this is the transition state. And after that, the fast reaction. Here two molecules are participating in slow steps, यानी धीमी गति वाले पद में दो मॉलिक्यूल पार्ट ले रहे हैं, इसलिए हम इन्हें क्या कहते हैं, SN2 मैकेनिज्म कहते हैं. और फिर ट्रांजिशन स्टेट के बाद फास्ट रिएक्शन होके आपको जो है अल्किल हैलाइड एंड अल्कोहल मिलता है. जिसेल्स मेथड. जिसेल मेथड का उपयोग जो है किसी मॉलिक्यूल में कितने मिथॉक्सी ग्रुप्स हैं इसको आइडेंटिफाई करने में, ये जो है क्वांटिटेटिव एनालिसिस है कि जिससे हमें पता चल जाता है कि कितने मिथॉक्सी ग्रुप्स मॉलिक्यूल में प्रेजेंट है. तो जो दिस मिथॉक्सी बेंजीन और एनिसॉल when reacted with 57% HI, it will give you phenol and methyl iodide. This methyl iodide formation when it is reacted with silver nitrate, it will give you silver iodide and methyl nitrate. Just a minute, I am telling you what type of. This silver iodide is equivalent to alkyl iodide and methoxy group. So when we will weigh this precipitates of silver iodide, you will get the amount of corresponding methoxy groups. How many methoxy groups are present in the molecule? देखिए कैसे की जाती है रिएक्शन. The reaction of ethers with HI forms the basis of Gisel's method for determination of methoxy group in this compound. The process consists in heating a known weight of compound with 57% HI. The alkyl iodide form is volatile and it is absorbed in an alcoholic solution of silver nitrate. Reaction of alkyl iodide with silver nitrate gives the precipitate of silver iodide, which is then washed, dried and weighed. So silver iodide precipitates are equivalent to Ri and it is equivalent to methoxy group present in the molecule. So it is a very useful technique to analyze in the sample quantitatively how many methoxy groups are present. Reaction with PCl5, phosphorus pentachloride, ether general reaction. It will, when reacted with phosphorus pentachloride, it will give you alkyl chloride and POCl3. Acylation reaction. Acid chlorides or acid anhydrides when reacted with ethers in the presence of catalysts like anhydrous aluminum chloride or zinc chloride forms esters and alkyl halides. See here, acyl chloride in presence of anhydrous aluminum chloride, it will give you ester and alkyl chloride. Diethyl ether when reacted with acetyl chloride in presence of anhydrous aluminum chloride, it will give you ethyl chloride and ethyl acetate, means ester. Similarly, you can do with the acetic anhydride in presence of zinc chloride. It will give you 2 molecules of ethyl acetate. Miscellaneous reactions. Diethyl ether. For example, we have taken diethyl ether. When it is oxidized with potassium dichromate in acidic media, it will oxidize to acetaldehyde, and on further oxidation it will give you acetic acid. You can do dehydration in presence of aluminum oxide at 360 degrees centigrade temperature. It will give you ethene molecules, and water means dehydration. When it is reacted with methyl sodium, it will give you methane plus ethene plus sodium ethoxide. With carbon monoxide, when it is reacted with boron trifluoride at 150 degree centigrade temperature and 500 atmospheric pressure, it will give you ethyl propionate. So this is all about the ether's chemical reactivity or chemical reaction. In next lecture, we will see epoxides. Thank you very much for today's lecture.